friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. Heart to heart, breakups are not a waste of time. Breakups are really blessings for you. And I'm going to tell you why. When you go through a breakup, there's so much that you learn, whether it was a month, 6 months, a year plus on how long you were with somebody. It's always a blessing at the end of it because from each person that you meet, you're learning something. And that's for anybody that you meet in life, but specifically when it comes to dating. Because when you date people, you'll learn that ironically, you and that person are not that much different. You'll see that. And that's because when we're in relationships with people, we tend to mirror one another. So there's things that you'll learn about yourself because they're mirroring back to you what you are or the type of person that you are. I get it. You may be like, well, I was with somebody who was abusive to me, who lied, who cheated and all this stuff. I'm not like that. So what you talking about? I get it. You're not 100% like the person that you end up accepting, but that person also has shown you something that you need to work on for yourself. Because throughout that relationship, you noticed some red flags. What were the red flags that you seen, but you chose to overlook to be with that person, and why? It's very important that we start a journal whenever we get into relationships. That way, if the relationship was to end, you'll have an idea, okay, I did notice this is something that I really didn't like, I didn't care for, or I felt like this person wasn't honest with me about this, I didn't listen, and then look what happened. And then also answer the question, why? What made it okay for you to overlook that red flag? And what did you learn from it? So when you're going through a relationship and you break up with somebody or you get broken up with, it hurts. And the reason it hurts is because now you feel like that love that you had to give, that you wanted to give, is no longer being put anywhere. Like that vessel that you was pouring that love into and giving that love to is no longer there. So now you feel like, oh, like I wasted my time, and you feel like that person didn't see your worth, and you feel like you'll never love again and all this stuff. But really, it's just showing you, first of all, showing you that you are capable of love and what levels you're capable of loving somebody else. But it's also showing you the love that you have to give, and you can give it to yourself as well. I'm not saying you should just focus on being single, but I'm saying don't always look at a breakup as a terrible thing. Because you go through a breakup, you're learning something. That person was sent into your life for a reason. And you need to learn that reason. That way, you're able to pass the test with the next person. It may take you 2 or 3 more relationships before you find that person that's for you, the person that you were meant to be with long term or marry. So the best thing to do when you're in a relationship is to always stay under prayer. Even though you may feel like, God, I got this, I don't want no answers. Every time I pray, the relationship breaks up, something bad happens. No, it's just God giving you the answers. Because if that's meant to happen, it's going to happen regardless, whether you go ahead and break up at 6 months or you go ahead and break up at 6 years. Which one's going to hurt worse? So listen to what I'm telling you. Breakups are not a bad thing. You're learning something. As long as you're learning, you'll realize that it's not that bad. It sucks. It may sting. But it's not terrible, because why would you want somebody in your life that is not meant to be with you in the long run anyway? If you're looking for marriage, but this person is not the person that you're meant to marry, and no matter what you do, you guys just can't compromise. Or maybe the person doesn't even want to get married, or they don't want kids, but you do. And so if you want to get married and they want to get married, but if you get married to this person, they don't want to have kids, but you want to have kids, it's not going to work. You hold on for years to this person, it's not going to change their minds. It's just not. So instead of looking at the breakup, oh, I'm just going to resist this breakup, instead of just letting it happen, it's just doing nothing but causing you harm and pain in the long run. Way worse than if you would have let it go when you first realized it. The problem is we don't like to accept what people are telling us. We don't like to. Somebody could tell you, I don't want kids. You know you want kids. And instead of you just saying, you know what, I think this person is just the best thing since sliced bread. I think this person is so super cool, so nice, whatever. But they're just not for me. Instead of us doing that, we just say, they too fine, they too cute, they too nice, they too everything that I want. Oh, I can change their mind. They'll be a good mama. They'll be a good daddy. I just got to just stick in there. They don't know that they don't want kids. I'll stick it out. We do that. And then 4 years down the road, 7 years down the road, we're still not married. And now we get angry with that person because that person is like, I'm not going to marry this person because I know they want kids and I know I don't want to give them kids. So I'm not going to hurt them by marrying them and not giving them kids. And I'll feel bad. But if they want to stick around, I'll still be with them. But I'm just not going to get married because that's a bigger commitment. And I know I don't want to give them that because I don't want that. And then we get resentful towards them for doing the right thing. I mean, it may hurt your feelings, but it's the right thing. So running away from being single, breaking up, whatever you're trying to run away from out of fear that you're not going to be happy, and just looking at it the wrong way, taking it as, oh, I wasn't successful because the relationship didn't make it. The relationship didn't survive. So I must not deserve love. I must not deserve anything better because it didn't work out. Stop resisting. If you're meant to break up, sometimes people need to break up so then they can realize, like, you know what? Now I see that this is the person I want to be with. And they'll do the work it takes to get back with you. And you can do work on yourself too. But just sitting back and I'm just not going to let it go because I just can't, because I like this person too much. And, if I leave, then someone else can have them. Okay. But what good is it if you're not going to ultimately get what you want in the end anyway? I'm just saying. Something to think about. Some of y'all, a lot of us, I've been in that boat before too, have wasted so much time on people that we knew we should have left years before we actually walked away, or before they walked away from us. If we be real, these people have been honest with us. We chose not to accept it for whatever reason. Like I said, most of the time it's just the comfort of having somebody. Yeah, relationships do feel good. Yes, it does feel nice to have somebody. But if it's not the person for you, there's nothing that you can do. There's no way that you can switch it around. And there's nothing that you can change to make them want what you want in the way that you want it. Does that make sense? Back to what I was saying. Breaking up is a blessing in disguise. And if you open your eyes and you pay attention and you are awake during the relationship and not just have rose-colored glasses on and living in la la land because you got somebody and that's all you care about. If you open your eyes and you pay attention and you live every day in that relationship and you focus, you'll see why it didn't work out, why it couldn't work out. And you'll also see your part too. You may be mean, and that may have pushed them away. You may be dishonest, or you may be the person that don't really like being with just one person, or you don't really like commitment. I believe God blesses us to have relationships to show us ourselves. It's just a mirror. When you're in a relationship, it's just to show us the things that we love, the things we fear, the things we didn't even know that we could do. Help us get over ourselves. Help us to learn new things. Experience life differently than just with ourselves. It's just someone coming along to show us and show us our possibilities, to help us unleash all the possibilities that we hold inside. Sometimes we just need that. We need someone to come along and take the walk with us and to show us. Because we're like, oh, I would never do that. And you ever notice that when you're in relationships, that's when you feel like, I would have thought I would have never done that. But I enjoyed it. I had fun. I went on a trip. I got on a plane for the first time with my boyfriend or my girlfriend. Now, I traveled. I've, spent money on things that I would have never spent money on. But I'm so glad that I did it because now I see it's okay to invest in myself. But you would have never known if you would have never had that relationship. I know getting in a relationship, you want that to be the person. We always do that. But sometimes we just gotta just accept things for what they are. And if it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not, be okay with letting the relationship go. If that's what you have to do, then do it. No need to hold on, because all you're doing is getting out the pain. But that's all I got to say about it. I hope that y'all understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to encourage you to break up with your person, because if you haven't prayed about it, then you need to not make any drastic decisions, because a lot of times we may feel like this is not my person, and that truly is who God has for you. Sometimes it's frustrating because they are mirroring so much to you that you're learning about yourself that you need to work on, and it ultimately makes it feel like, oh, we're just not getting along, this isn't working. But that is working, because God wanted to show you you. Don't ever just sit back and just think, well, because this is a little different than what I'm used to, or this is a different type of person that I'm used to, or whatever, this isn't the person for me. Sometimes it is. A lot of times it really is. It truly is. But it just seems hard at first, because God is using that relationship to help bring out your purpose. Especially if you're meant to get married to that person, because marriage is about purpose. It's not just about you having fun. It's not just about y'all having kids and living a white picket life. It's not about that. It's about purpose. That's why it's very important that you marry a person who has the same faith as you, so then you guys can build together and strengthen your faith and live your purpose, help each other to reach those goals, reach that purpose. But that's all I have to say. Y'all let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the comment box below, or you can send me an email. You can let me know there if you want to talk in private, or if you want to share a testimony and you're okay with me sharing it, just put share, and I would do so without sharing any of your personal information. Or you can leave me a new topic idea, and if I feel like it's something I can speak on, I will do so. Let me know what you think. Be polite and courteous, especially in the comment box, because somebody is reading your comments, and we don't want anybody to feel like this is not a safe space, because this channel is just for love, understanding, growth, and just to let one another know that we are in this together. We're living this thing called life. We're humans, and we all have something that we're ashamed of, that we had to learn the hard way, and things that we struggle with, and that's okay. But this channel is just to let each other know that you're not alone. But y'all let me know what you think. I love y'all. Stay blessed, and we will talk next time. Bye.